Am I loud enough? Okay, I'm in favor of everything that was listed, all the itemized details of what the corporations are doing in terms of taking over this planet and taking it away from humanity. But I would like to see some overarching statement that basically says that's what they're doing. They're taking over the planet and they're taking it away from its rightful heirs, humanity, and all the other living creatures that need that planet to survive. This planet for free spirit humans in solidarity with the indigenous peoples, refugees, identified homeless, displaced populations, alienated people who do not feel like they belong. This is our home. Okay, and I'm being asked to save the rest of my statement for the working group. The thought is just that, again, I'd like to have an overarching statement that kind of includes all those gripes, but defines what they are doing and why we're not wanting that to happen.
First, I would like us all to give a cheer because that's a great accomplishment to get that put together. So thank you very much. And then I would like to make a proposal that we all do have until Wednesday, and we come back and have some sort of working meeting where we sit down and add our points, like this woman when just spoke of, and then we can do an amended. But I also like that we could adopt that for tonight so that we have a starting place and just say it's a work in progress.
I'm gonna make this point, okay? Whoever believes in democracy, raise your hand. Okay, that's all I believe in. And that's where we are declared. Okay?
Thank you for letting your voice be heard.
Okay, I was just reminded that we had a proposal or amendment suggested, which was that we accept this tentatively and then have until Wednesday to release an official statement. But this is our working document that we can use for the public for now. That's my understanding of the proposal.
Not for the press, but just for the press. So if you want to speak, raise your hand. And raise your hand and keep it up. Keep your hand up. We want to right on. Okay, did you get it now?
Your numbers, if you guys have something to say, can you raise the hand?
Just leave it up. It's okay. We just can't see everything. We're doing this. Oh, thank you. Broken.
Sometimes.
Sorry.
I look at this document and I think it's really important, and I realize that we will never agree on everything that is going to go into something like this. But I feel like it's really important to have some kind of message that we agree upon, whether it's tentative or not, passed sometime soon. Because people ask questions, what are we about? Well, this is an opportunity to start making some kind of statement about what this is about. So that's all I have to say. We'll never agree, and that's beautiful. We need to embrace that.
I realize that we all want to pass something tonight, and I do think that the New York document spoke quite eloquently for what we all agree on. And so maybe that should be our tentative statement until Wednesday, until we get to add that we want direct democracy overhaul of this government, if that's
But one thing that's really something to me, as well as the corporate action, is also the tax policy that's being proposed throughout the country that is going to continue to facilitate the corporations by the shift of aggregate wealth of this country from the middle class to the corporations and the uber rich. So I would like to see something a little bit more explicit in there regarding tax structure.
Right on.
I can't say that I disagree with any of the speakers I've heard so far, but I want to emphasize what's in the document are a lot of words. And what we're here to do is work on solutions. History keeps happening. A lot of events. Tomorrow, a lot of people are going to come to work in that building. They're going to wonder what we're doing here. A lot of people are going to come to work in town. We're going to keep getting calls from the press. We're going to keep getting calls from potential supporters. And so we have a document like this one. We can't answer the question because we can't speak for the entire group. We need the entire group to say, you know what, I'm not going to block this statement. It's critically important. If you want to do more work on it, let's start working on it right now and get it done by midnight. Get it done. It's not like we're doing anything else.
I don't know what I think. I'm still working on that. I don't know what I think. I'm still working on that. However, I do think that we are unified around a principle, and one of those principles is everybody's voice gets heard, no matter how ponderous the process is, although I do think we get caught up from time to time. One of the things I just want to comment on is when I was over here, one of our community members put up a block and no one acknowledged that. And she's right up in the front row, and you know what, it's easy to miss because we're all looking, we're all staring at the person with the little black box in their hand. I would like to say I'm going to be the first person to start looking around to make sure I'm not focused in one spot. It doesn't matter if we agree immediately, we're all unified around a principle. Our facilitators are doing a great job. We're all doing a great job. We rock.
Yeah.
But I would like not only not to get caught up in my enthusiasm and my ego, but I would like to be the first person to say I will take responsibility for looking around and making sure that if there's somebody who has a point of process or a block, that I at least take personal responsibility for making sure they get seen.
I think the document's satisfactory for what it is. I think it's a good blanket statement. I just don't understand why it keeps saying working voters. I think that's a qualifying statement. I think it's meaningless. Why doesn't it just say people? That doesn't make any sense. What if you're not working, you're not a voter? Like, I just don't think that makes sense.
So would you like to make a friendly amendment that working voters be changed to people?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I may have screwed up the process there a little bit. All right, looks like it's before, but we're learning. All right, so there is a proposal to adjust the wording so that working voters reads people, and whatever grammatical changes need to go on. Does anybody have any concerns, any blocking concerns that they want to express now?
Come together.
Corporations claim
That's it. I'm canceling the skip. It's too silly.
There was something in there about the corporate sponsorship. I'm wondering if we even want to have corporate sponsorship. Okay, what?
Okay, so just trying to keep this on topic there. All right, so talk about changing people. We have got a block here.
I just feel that a lot of people need to read this and come up with very valid points like that one is, but have that time, and that we do come back as a working group. Let this go for the next couple of days and say this is our working statement, and then a working group.
Okay, so we have the concern expressed that we should just adopt this as it is now and save those concerns for the working group. Do we have any other concerns? Is that?
I'm sure there's going to be many.
Who's on staff?
It's mainly about that last point. I mean, I think we have this point that was raised by that gentleman in the back. I think we should do that right now before it's forgotten in the mess of this whole thing.
I've just been asked, and I myself am a smoker, so I feel for you, but I've been asked if you're going to be lighting the butt, try to stand away from the crowd so as not to bother people with asthma and whatnot. Thank you, smokers, thank you. Okay, so our current proposal right now is to adopt this as it is with the change of working voters to people. I'm going to ask for fingers so we see consensus because it's important. All right, and this, right. That was just a vote we're changing what we're going to vote on to accept later. Yeah, we didn't just vote to accept that, you understand? Okay. That was just a change on the wording. That was all we changed. That was that vote. Everybody's still on the same page. Is there any blocking contention on this current proposal now, which is to adopt the declaration that we've seen with the change to the people? Any blocking concerns?
Didn't you just block?
No, it's been resolved. Okay.
Thank you for helping the process.
Okay, obviously we want to have as many people happy with what's coming out of this as possible, obviously consensus. So I'm just going to speak for myself. I've been, here helping to facilitate the actual camp in which people are fully committed to be out here as long as possible for the actual occupation of this area. For, I'm pretty exhausted, and I know there's a lot of, at least a few other people in this boat, and it's very hard to just say, without having a chance to really look over this with a clear head, what it is I'm signing on to, and I feel like, we just need more time. It seems, the other thing I want to say is, there's nothing wrong with telling people that we are very concerned with the economy and with the corporate structure and the government right now, and we are essentially working to figure out what it is that we want to do about it. To me, that's not a position of weakness. That's actually something of strength that